Morning, Steve Ray in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Grain prices a little bit higher overnight. I think that over the weekend there were some people thinking that corn futures have made a bottom, wheat futures have made a bottom, and that if the funds decide to cover some of their short positions in the beans and in the corn, we could move a little bit higher. We're getting kind of close to that $9 level in the nearby bean market, and also getting close to some of the levels maybe in the 380, 384 area in nearby corn, that the market will, December corn, in which the market could see increased cash sales. Right now, the farmer is being told to store his corn if possible, looking for a bounce after harvest, while selling the beans, because there's just a lot of beans in the world. Weather-wise, here in the United States, we should, over the next 2 weeks, be warm and dry. And we'll see how that finishes the corn and soybean crop. Last week, we were surprised on the U.S. spring wheat yield. While it was above last year, it was below average and below what some of the ratings would suggest. So a lot of people are saying, could that happen in corn? Could the ratings be higher than the actual corn yield because of the late start, because of the warm temperatures at night, and because of the quick maturity of the crop? Last week we were out in South Dakota, and at least the area that we were in, the corn looked great. Soybeans a little short, but short soybean plants really don't mean anything as long as they put on pods and fill them with a heavy weight. As far as the numbers are concerned, I think that most people are still looking for 17-18 corn carryout around the USDA's 2027. Beans, there's a little bit of a spread. USDA's at 465. Most people are at least 10 or 15 million bushels below that because of higher demand. 18 and 19 gets kind of interesting. USDA's corn yield's 174. Most people are at 176. And if you raise the export demand, you've got to carry out a little bit below the USDA's 1552. But if you lower demand and raise the crop a little bit more, you got a crop carry out of 1700. So that's the difference between maybe the market rallying and maybe the market holding in trading range. For beans, most people are looking for at least a bushel increase in USDA's yield of 48.5. Export numbers about equal to the USDA's numbers, maybe a little bit more depending upon logistics in South America and what kind of crop they have, and more importantly, how much the Chinese imports are. So most big range in carryout between 530 and 630, with the government at 586, and that's the difference between beans trading over $9 or back closer to $8. Wheat carryout, USDA's at 985, and big spread between 838 low and a 1048 high, and the big difference is what we're going to do as far as export demand. Still hearing some problems in Europe getting feed grains and wheat because of their lower crop. Russian prices are competitive to U.S. now, and the motif is higher overnight, which is supporting the wheat market. So we'll just see how much the funds want to cover shorts in corn and beans as we're at month end, and we'll see how much they want to add to the wheat long position they now have. As always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM or ADM Investor Services. Have a safe and profitable trading day.